most importantly, Dylan was, but you guys know Dylan Buckley runs a little podcast.
Absolutely.
So,
played for the Baggers.
Played for Carlton.
And a couple of games at GWS.
Correct. He was good enough to have a chat with us after the game. He was pretty special. Ran a really good night with Lids. And here's the chat.
So, Halftime Heroes family, we're here at Tour Footy Club and bumped into Dylan Buckley, who played a best on ground performance today, Dylan, as part of the Carlton Draft Series. Mate, welcome to Halftime Heroes, Bill.
Thank you so much. It's been an honour to finally get on the show. I've been an avid listener for a long time.
Mate, well, we've got a little podcast.
I've heard
have you got
a
podcast as well?
Oh, I do, yes.
Do you?
Yeah, I do have a couple pods, but I have heard of the Halftime Heroes. And
have you?
I've been waiting a long time to be on here.
Have you really?
It's been fantastic.
If you're a bit nervous, it's understandable, Dylan.
Well, thank you.
As we get through this. 39 games with Carlton, a couple of GWS. You're the son of Jim Buckley.
Yep.
Jim's well?
Jim's well. Yeah, he's well. He didn't make it down today, unfortunately. He had a bit of work on, but he likes to watch me play footy, and it's been a while since doing that, about 4 years. So, unfortunately, couldn't make it down.
Yeah, well, we were going to do this, folks, you can't see us, but we were going to do this interview standing up, but Dill's a bit sore, mate, aren't you? It was a pretty heavy track.
It was a heavy track.
Fair to say. I'm not a heavy 8.
Well, I'm not just saying this, but that was the hardest game of football I've ever played in my life. Like, it was wet, raining, windy. It was hailing at the start of the game. The track was a beautiful football club here, but the oval was pretty muddy, and it just felt like you had sandbags on your feet. It was really challenging, to be honest, but it was a great day.
Yeah, mate. So you're spreading your wings. You're an avid golfer.
Mm-hmm.
You're the founder of More Greens Golf Apparel. So how'd you get into that, mate? Obviously, you love the game.
Yep.
That sort of stuff.
Yeah. So just when I finished playing footy, I think I missed that activity, getting outside, walking around, and playing a sport that's incredibly competitive whilst not too hard on the body.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Social.
Yeah, social. I take it very seriously.
Where do you play, mate? Where are you a member?
Well, I'm a member at Latrobe Golf Club in Melbourne.
Nice
I've signed up at Peninsula Kingswood, so I'm in there next year, which is in Frankston.
Wow.
Yeah, on the way
with the solicitors and mate, how are you going to go there?
Yeah.
Solicitors, the doctors and the lawyers.
And try and take all their money. But yeah, I love my golf. I love playing as much as I can. A little bit hard at the moment. I've got a 14-month-old son. But when I get out and do that, it's probably my thing that really helps me a lot. Just calm down, turn the phone off, walk with mates, have good conversations, and as I said, I'm off about 20. I like having a shot a hole. Bogey golf is good for me.
Yeah, no, fantastic. So a whole lot of your career, mate, other than sitting with me talking today,
other than this podcast, daylight second, and then. Football, in a personal sense, I'd say, my family, obviously. You've got to say that when you're a father. And then I'd say, I think one thing really passionate about and really proud of, I suppose, is the fact that I've transitioned out of football into another career that I'm really passionate about as well, being podcasting and media. And then, no breaking stories here, but obviously was lucky enough to play at the highest level, wasn't the best player ever, and part of this Carlton draft, I've playing with Matthew Lloyd, Isaac Smith, guys that are household names. And, I didn't have that career, but still to be involved in this, I've done something that's, added in another way.
Yeah,
I love giving back to community, love telling stories, love having fun and representing probably people that, aren't in that 1% of the best in AFL.
Well, you look at the crowd today, mate. It was a putrid derby too on the way, folks. We drove up this morning with these sheets of rain, and you must have been thinking, what the...
I was scared. I was worried.
But... So we're waiting for Brett Deludio to get here.
Yep.
He's going to run the Sportsman's Night with you, and we're just about to go into that. What can we expect out of that, Till?
Well, Mick Barlow's coming up as well.
Mick Barlow,
so we do a little podcast together called Footy and Friends as a part of Dylan Friends.
Footy and Friends, that's what it's called. I thought I heard of it.
And Mick's he's a head of development at North Melbourne. Really incredible guy, had a great career, obviously. Brett is Brett, he's a very funny man, and we'll be up there, and I think we'll have a bit of a chat about the Tour Footy Club. They'll probably cue me on today, and then we'll open up the floor to a bit of Q&A for the audience as well. So, excited. I'm sure the whole crew will love it, and hopefully we can provide some laughs and some insight into what it's like for for us.
I had a little merch tent out there earlier today, and the Dylan Buckley bobbleheads were flying out.
Were they?
Well, I think they might have sold out.
There you go.
But I
think there was only about 3 of them, but yeah.
No, there was at least 3 or 4 sold.
Okay.
I actually snabbled one, and I'd love you to sign the head of it,
and
we could put it on the Halftime Hero desk in Suss's garage, just as a little.
It sounds like a lovely place
we're starting, mate. It's a very ordinary sort of den. Whatever happens.
Don't undersell it.
We've just got to get a little menage of people that the stars.
Mate, I'd love to do that.
I think you'll You're well on the. Well, I think you're a gold medalist so far. Well on the podium, Dylan.
Thank you, mate. No, I appreciate that. I'm more than happy to jump on that, and I'd love to live in your shed, and we'll go from there.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
Thank you,
I know
mate.
you got to
Thanks.
get to this. We're in there. We're going to be
No, mate, we
listening
could
to
do this all day. We could do it
So
all
yeah,
day.
I coached Lids for a couple of games at Devon Meadows, and he didn't listen.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
You know,
He doesn't even listen on the podcast. He doesn't even.
No, doesn't he? No, he just does his own. He rolls in his own
That's
sort
why
of
he's
circles,
Lids.
doesn't he?
He's the man. He's Brittles. That's what we call him.
Dylan Buckley, halftime heroes. Don't get any better than that. Thanks,
Thank you.
mate.
Thank you very much.
Good on
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Good on you.
Thank you, mate. No, anytime.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks so much.
Oh, well done to you, Commish. How good is that?
Hey,
Mate.
he's a good lad.
And he's a freaking half-time hero fan.
He's a half-time hero fan. Yeah, really?
Yeah. Can you blame him? Do you think he might have been taking the...
No, I don't think.
You don't think?
It's,
You reckon he's like...
Well, I think he was.
You reckon he's like cats and just waiting at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night?
You've never seen a more exhausted player and a very professional dude. Well, he had to do his. He was knackered, but he got through the sports. Got through it.